two, three. One, two, three. Let's go.
All right, everybody, welcome to a very special edition of Teaching Crypto. We're back together again. Wasn't easy, but here we are. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hit like, hit subscribe. We're here to give you some important information here, Mr. FOMO, about VGX and Voyager, and trying to stay positive here. And crypto markets are down, a little bit of a recovery today, but guys got to remember, we're nowhere near done with the bear. So don't be shocked, and we'll talk about this more in a little bit, if BTC continues to kind of struggle. It is where we are, especially with the market and crypto and all the markets. I wanted to start by talking about VGX, and I wanted to talk about Ethos, which you may not be aware of, was the original token before VGX. Mr. Fromo, I need you to let me share. So I wanted to share something with you guys that you may or may not be aware of, and we don't know the specifics. So, ooh, that's not good. Ethos is planning to have some type of airdrop. And what is an airdrop? It just kind of means that no, they're not going to be able to buy VGX. But as you can see, in support of the VGX and Voyager Predator community, Ethos is planning a VGX recovery airdrop for our brand new Ethos 2.0 token. We worked to build the Voyager platform. Now it's time to rebuild Ethos together. It goes on to say that they'll have more information November 1st. They're not buying VGX, okay? Said Galaxy is the only one that's actually submitted an offer. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to give some type of utility to VGX. Are they going to pull it off? I'm skeptical about Shingo Levine. Not crazy about what he's done in the past, but some hope, a little bit, right? Not a ton of hope, but some, right? What do you think?
Anytime you see the community come together to do something like this, I feel like it's a positive thing. I'll take airdrop tokens all day long. My motto, one of my mottos anyway, if it's free, it's for me. And so if they want to give me some for free, I'm taking it, especially as much as I've lost over the last year. So, it definitely gives me the warm and fuzzies to see somebody in crypto actually trying to, or seemingly trying to do something good for people who've lost. But that kind of leads to what we're going to talk about later. And you have to be real careful when you trust some of these people. We're gonna get into Stephen Ehrlich and those guys later, but you have to look into their past, not just who they worked for, but what they did and what those companies actually were responsible for when they worked there. So you bring up the past and the things that he's done before and the sketchy things, and it's a good point, and it's one of those things that we really have to pay close attention to now, especially as Voyager or Celsius or whatever customer we were that got burned. It takes a lot more research and a lot more skepticism now.
So Galaxy, who owns the Cent token, also known as Sentiment, Trade the Chain crypto channel, they have officially put in an offer for VGX with the lawyers who have run the bankruptcy. That's all we know for now. Some hope. I'm a little more hopeful about this than I am Ethos. Because Galaxy, they came up with a new app for exchanging crypto. Looks good on the surface. I haven't tried it out, but Alex seems like a stand-up guy. I think he's legitimate. He seems to know people in the space. A little bit of hope here. Better to have some hope than none. I wouldn't go jumping up and down. I wouldn't start dreaming of a $10 VGX, but something here in dark times, a little bit of light, maybe just a tiny bit, Mr. FOMO.
Yeah, I like this better, like you said, better than the Ethos, because it gives life to VGX. It gives it utility again. Hopefully it gives it utility. We don't know what their plans are for it if they're able to purchase it. But we know that Sam Bankman-Fried has offered $10 million to basically destroy
at best.
And so anything is better than that. Not giving it a life beyond this point is sort of a waste of that blockchain technology, and especially the community that supported it. And I think if you're Galaxy, you're looking at this and you're saying, wait a minute, you had all these people who were VGX heroes, they were participating in these spaces and these Telegram chats. And I think they're looking at this and they're saying, wow, this is a ready-made community.
I mean, I don't know. As far as I can tell, it's just a token. I would like to see him get the platform and link the new app to the Voyager platform. So it's a pipe dream kind of right now. At the very least, let's get them VGX. Let's give it a shot. At this point, we got nothing to lose because the other scenario.
I don't see the platform showing up with Galaxy simply because Bankman-Fried paid for whatever was left of the company, right? And so that's gone with SBF. Like he owns, if the auction goes,
not yet.
If the auction goes through, that's his. And so they would be able to use that platform, or really
I gotta wonder though. I gotta wonder though if Sam really does not want the platform and he's just trying to gain customers. I really truly wonder if it's negotiated. We'll see.
I think what you do is you look at a better platform than that. You realize you don't want to go through the work of revamping your own platform to match that. And so what you do is you cut the legs out from under that platform and you destroy the chance of it ever coming back. And
I think he's making a big mistake because I think at some point in the next 5 years, someone's going to develop a platform very user friendly for the masses when the economy recovers and people foaming into crypto. And I think Sam is going to regret not having a little more vision because his app sucks. And so let's tell like it is. Speaking of sucking, Stephen Ehrlich should be ashamed of himself. Zero apology, put in a claim for 100K. Even Luna apologized. Even Celsius apologized. Zero accountability for Steve. Zero. And it seems like he's just trying to get paid and get out and protect himself in bankruptcy. Stephen Ehrlich, you should be ashamed of yourself as a human being, as a leader. You need to look yourself in the mirror and come to grips with the fact that you took this company into bankruptcy. You destroyed a token. You destroyed a stock. You've frozen people's hard-earned money and assets for months, and you've sat on your hands, and you don't have the decency to even give an apology. Shame on you, Stephen Ehrlich. I hope you watch this video. This isn't a big channel, but for all the people that you've hurt, you really should be ashamed of yourself and show your face in public. Take the heat. You don't even get on a Twitter space. You're really, really a coward, Stephen Ehrlich. You're welcome to come on the show. We'll give you a fair time and we'll ask you fair questions. But you really have disappointed me. Forget about leadership, but as a human being, it's really disgusting.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't know, that's about as heated as AZcrypto gets. So this is the top of the top right now. He's giving it to you right now. He wants the smoke, Stephen Ehrlich. But what I'm gonna say is, I feel kind of disgusted with myself because I didn't look into who he was, where he was before, and what was going on before that. He was with E-Trade before really regulation came in with that. And so, as the title suggested that I put in there, these people that, him and what O'Leary called the idiot leadership of Voyager, they are pirates of unregulated industry. The other ones were from Uber, right? And we all know.
I'm going to stop you right there. I don't think he intentionally did this. I think he was careless, made a horrible mistake, and he hasn't admitted to his mistake because he doesn't want to get sued. It's about protecting his bottom line. That's what it's about. It's not about taking accountability.
I think sure he's protecting his bottom line, but I think this is a guy that you see bouncing from unregulated industry to unregulated industry, along with his friends from Uber that came along with him. And we all know what Uber has been guilty of: hiding information, hiding rideshare data, hiding the things that, employee data that would help employees get, paid more, get them compensated, help laws be passed that would improve the rideshare industry for the employees. And so when you've got people coming out of those situations and jumping into another one, I think now we have to start looking at them and wondering, are they leaving that industry because the lawyers came in and they found a new industry where the lawyers haven't really set anything up yet? That's really what they've done. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them pop up in another unregulated industry.
I think he's done. I think after this, zero credibility. You always prided yourself on security and being honest with the customers, and that's gone straight to hell because you don't want to get sued because you want to protect every dime. Again, shame on you. Shame on you for
I disagree.
taking advantage of
I
people.
think that the market and capitalism is in such a way that other CEOs will look at him and they'll say, "How can he come in and teach me how to get away with this? How can we?"
Well, but he hasn't gotten away with it. He took the company into bankruptcy. He's lost his credibility. He's lost his respect, and eventually he's going to look. Hold on, he is going to get sued after this is over. And he's trying to protect himself, but not even give a small apology saying, "I'm sorry for your suffering." Even Alex from Celsius did it. Quan from Luna. It's that I had a huge problem with, man.
I know. I said Quan did it. But he's sort of like he did it. He apologized. Like he said, "I feel so bad for what it's done," and now he's sort of like unapologetically not hiding from the police. Like even though his a warrant's out for his arrest.
I'm not saying he's a good person. I'm saying I never thought Steve would be at that level, and
I
unfortunately,
never thought Steve would turn out to have less integrity than those two. That's
sad. It's sad. He deserves all the criticism, all the heat. He took guys. He took us into bankruptcy. Okay, take the blinders off. For those of you that are still protecting the guy and sticking up for him, he put us in bankruptcy. He put us in bankruptcy. When he closed the platform, he said, "This gives us some time to stabilize our platform and take care of the balance sheet." He knew. They hired bankruptcy lawyers. They had hired bankruptcy lawyers, the first lawyers, for advice when they went on the Twitter space to do VLP 2.0. They never put it on the app because they didn't know if they was ever going to launch.
Right. And to know that they hired those bankruptcy lawyers a month before they actually filed for bankruptcy, and it sort of like washed their hands of that and went with a new set of lawyers that were much better. It just seems like there was a lot going on behind the scenes where they were just kind of scooping up cash and making sure they were all getting theirs before the lights were turned out.
I mean, at least Alex resigned. Steve's still taking his salary right now for doing
he
what?
wants a bonus.
For screwed over the customers?
He wants a bonus. He just applied for a bonus.
Shameful. And he'll never come on the show. I don't care how small or big it is. He owes it to the customers who put their hard-earned assets, who trusted him. He lost our trust and zero accountability. Everyone makes mistakes. Look,
you're talking about a guy that's really an unscrupulous guy. I don't think that you're like us shaming him. I think he's shameless. I don't think he has that.
Oh no, I mean, I think eventually he'll come to terms with the fact that people have lost respect for his name, and it might not mean anything now, but the more and more people speak up, the better. I hope I never see his face or name again in any crypto business or any financial institute. Because
I honestly think I know I'm a dark skeptic, but I honestly think that there's somebody out there in business that says this guy knows the tricks of the trade, and he'll.
I don't know tricks of the trade. He squandered an amazing opportunity, and then take zero accountability for it. He tweeted. Remember this, guys. We're going to remind you. Not all the channels. He tweeted that it was not a bad idea to take the loan from 3AC. Then he deleted the tweet. He did that 2 months ago.
Well, I mean, he got in that Twitter space and said, "Of course, their crypto is their own. They have their own separate wallets. It's their crypto." He did the interviews. He did the, he wanted to be.
But look at the fine print, right? Look at the fine print.
Anyways, then he had the audacity when you talk to him on DM and Twitter. He had the audacity to go, "Well, that's not what it says in fine print." That just shows you how duplicitous the guy is.
Yeah. And look, come on with us. Come be a man. Come on with us. We're not going to bite you. Come on. He won't come on. He won't come on the big shows or the small shows. Anyways, really quickly on BTC. Guys, don't be shocked if BTC hits 18, 17K over the next few months. There's not a lot of buying pressure. There's just not. People are scared. Here's what I realized. A lot of people that are deep into crypto kind of live in the bubble. They don't realize all the people from the outside that are scared to come back in, guys. A lot of people left. They're not coming back in for a while. You need to understand this. BTC is not going to 30, 40K for a while. Until we get closer to the next halving, this is where we are. We are in a bear market. And we were dead wrong. Let's call ourselves out. We called it a friendly bear, a yogi bear. Man, were we wrong. And we learned from it. Like, unlike Steve, we are honest with her. We're honest with our viewers here. We missed that for sure at the beginning of the bear. We thought that this was a new bear where things were easier to see, and things wouldn't go as bad. But we were dead wrong.
Well, the numbers just didn't. You get caught up in that idea that history doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. And, everybody kind of throws that mantra out there. But, it's sort of gambler's logic, the idea that, you can predict the future based on the past, or the idea that something's due based on the fact that it hasn't hit yet. I just, like you said, we're in a bear market right now. And if you believed it in BTC, for me, I was buying my first sats at around 50K, right? And so those are horrible purchases unless you believe in it at that price, unless you believe that one day it might go again above that price. And then you say to yourself, well, if I believed in it at that price, then there shouldn't be any problem to DCA, at this. Obviously I sold some of those a long time ago, but going back, I was DCAing back in as trying to catch that falling knife. And I'm not proud of it, but at the same time, I'm not upset, because I also believe that BTC will go above those prices again. So what I'm seeing right now is a perfect DCA opportunity, like you mentioned the last time we were together. And again, if you believed at it at a higher price, there's no reason to panic, because it's not like it's going to disappear. There's still enough people that believe in it. Venezuela still has, adopted it as legal currency. So it still has a footing in the world economy. But remember, it's a token system that's trying to become a monetary system. It's not a monetary system yet. We haven't reached mass adoption yet. We're not even close to mass adoption yet, especially after the summer we've had, and 3AC and Luna and all the things that have happened. So, and then on top of that, the macro environment with the war in Europe and, all the problems that has caused, potential war in Asia. It's no wonder that we are where we are. But like you've said before, we've got great opportunities to DCA and some really great projects. And the industry is starting to thin out because of this. We saw 12,000 coins go out of existence, stop trading recently. And, a lot of people said, well, that's negative. That's something that shows crypto's dying. No, that shows you that crypto's healthy. Crypto is cutting the fat. It's getting rid of the garbage. We're starting to get to that point where we were talking about, where things have utility, where they're interoperable, where, the blockchain is actually being used as a technology. And we're not really referring to these things necessarily as, cryptocurrency or digital assets. We're referring to it as blockchain technology and all the different things that come with that. And so, kind of in a roundabout way, you shouldn't be upset, because this has a strong future. And if it drops a little bit lower, make sure you scoop a little bit up.
Really quickly, El Salvador was the country you were thinking of.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Here's the deal, guys. We are going to keep you updated. October 19th is coming up. Let's hope Sent and Galaxy's got some good news for us. Let's hope Ethos, even if it's just making a few extra bucks with an airdrop, let's hope that helps us. But we'll keep you guys updated. Breaking updates as always from Mr. FOMO. This is AZcrypto. Have a great night.